Right, so hopefully this will now work. So some new common brushes put in. So we're going to put it on carton 90 with nothing in until it hits the main wash. Actually, I wonder. Put stain blaster on. Start. So what I'm going to do is lay its pre-wash and then I'm going to put some cleaner in. So it says to do it from... Oh, hang on. So basically I've got some Dettol cleaner because I've pretty much run out on the citric acid that I normally use. So I've got some actual Dettol cleaner which has citric acid in it, believe it or not. I couldn't find actual citric acid. Soda crystals do clean the machine, but not as effective as citric acid. Citric acid is a luxury like. Well, because it's obviously no different to vinegar, which obviously they say to use. Just use that instead. I've got a trip, but where's it coming from? Them cotton brushes sound absolutely quiet. Just a little skepticism basically from myself because I'd bought them from eBay and in the title it said original Hoover brushes, but they were about half the price of the ones that are labelled genuine Hoover brushes for this machine. So I was a little skeptical when buying them. The copy ones on eSpares are about £2 more than what I actually paid for these original ones. So I was expecting them to be loud and whiny like the candy ones that I put on the candy. But saying that they're different brushes, so yeah. Actually so far I'm actually quite impressed. I think these are really, really quiet. Whether they'll last long, I don't know. Saying that, Hoover ones didn't really last that long anyway. I mean, this was getting used for 2 people, and it lasted 8 years on the brushes, so it didn't do very well. Right, so I've put this is now on its final rinse. It does 2 rinses with this kind of load. I've stopped it, paused it, put 2 towels in. 2 reasons. Number 1, the towels will throw water higher than without a long load. And number 2, is to test the suspension at the end of the spin. So on the final spin I'll test the suspension. Now I've levelled this machine out, so it shouldn't rattle too much. Do it for 2 towels. That's pretty balanced. 800. It's an extendia with a black plinth for some reason, made of metal. I wonder whether they lost the original and some metal one's been made to replace it. Because it's metal, actual metal. Yeah, it's rather unique, the extendia. It came out early 2000s, didn't run for very long. You can see where the Qualtis got its design from. But unlike the Qualtis, where the Qualtis has its own display, this is just really the first edition display put on it, with some special programs really. And it tells you here how much to fill up. So obviously that's max load for cottons, max load for woolens, max load for synthetics. Now woolens is higher up than synthetics because woolens supposedly obviously are lighter. But weirdly, you can load up 3 kilograms of woolens. So you pull that back to fill. And I've still got to show you. So that rotates like that by the looks of things. It does need this is supposedly refurbished, but I've just found, oh my god. Oh, but wait, that might be the noise it's making. It was making an odd noise before, like, it's not doing it now. I've just found out why. There's a sock in it, stuck down here. Sort of like weird design, but clearly it still needs to clean out. But look at the size of that drum! That drum is huge! Oh wow! This is amazing! Wow! It doesn't need clean. You can hear all the bits, like lime scale and stuff. If you hear a squeak, that's my shoe, not this. Oh wow! I can't wait to use this. Cool. It's painted here. Now, obviously, this is to cover up some rust by the looks of things, but that is very normal. These were, I believe, very prone to rust anyway, so it doesn't really surprise me. That's where I got it from, Fair Deal, in Nelson. They deal with all sorts of not furniture and appliances. They had like beds and carpet and stuff, literally anything. Timings on this are pretty good, so that's like white cotton, then you've got colour fast cotton, yeah. Then non-fast, so everything's pretty quick on it, or fairly fast. You got mini load, which is actually just your half load button. Same like on the Qualtis later on. So it might not have an offload sensor. It has a child lock, which will instantly come on as soon as you press it. Ready? As soon as you press it. It's not like the later version where you had to press it to make it work. I just like how all the lights light up ready when you turn it on, all the different lights. There. What's odd, you've got a buzzer light there, a beeper light, and it's like it's been made. What, so there's a beeper you can switch on or switch off? Cool. Anyway, there's 2 models as well. There's the BS 1400 and there's the, I think it's called the ES 1400. Just simply that the ES has a white door frame rather than silver and has 9 kilo load rather than 8.5. and it's a later version. Yep. So the extender in now. You did it once. Right. Back of a door. I think this pressure sensor is not working well, it does. Right, so Hotpoint first edition, TL52, bought from auction on purpose for Ben. Yeah, oh great. They were running fine a second ago. I think the pass might be going then on it. Which isn't a big deal. It's fine going that way. Probably see it go the other way in a minute. It's in mint condition. There is no marks, scratches. That will probably just buff off. Looks like a bit of blue from a car or something. Don't like, it's not my car. It's getting hot. And that was on low heat. So now it should get even hotter. Oh, that's better. Yeah. There's a bit of a stutter on the startup, so pasta probably on its way out on this. Cheap and easy fix. Probably like Ben do it himself actually. Take it to him. Right, well, cheap fix but not easy because it actually does involve taking all the front off, but then while you're at it you might as well hoover it out. Lovely dryer. Yeah, it's really hot. It just struggles. Firing up that way more than it does the other way. Which is kind of odd because the motor sits in the middle of the machine. It's not like it's got more tension on one side. Right, so I've had this silver Bosch in for quite a while, Bosch dishwasher. classixx, it's a... where's the model number? It'll be down there somewhere. It's an SGS, similar to my mum's. It's an older style model. It's about, what, 15-year-old. Nice silver one. It got thrown out and I just picked it up. Without even plugging it in, I decided to investigate. Because, to be honest, these Bosches are so reliable. The only reason why they tend to get trucked out is because they don't drain. But this one is all clear down here. However, when I removed the filter, there was this grate obviously in the way, and there was a piece of glass. And looking down there, you can see a piece of glass. Another piece of glass. So glass is smashed. Oh, I've got a cold. And it's probably stopped the wash pump. Was that the drain pump? I can't remember with these. I think that's a drain pump because it's actually lower than the actual wash one. So get that. I'm trying to get it out, and it's like. So we've got my little prodder here. Try and flick it up, but it's just so hard. Oh well. Right, leave me to it, and I'll try and get it out. Right, so we've got a Panasonic NA16-VX1. It's one of the original Panasonics. Now the guy I bought it from, he does house clearances, and he tends to buy a washer, get a house clearance get a washer, see if it works, test it for whatever wash load, and then sells it on for like, I don't know, 40, 50 quid, whatever. But he sells spares and repairs one if he thinks there's any problems with them. He had a Beko 8 kilo up for sale as well, but I'm too overloaded in the workshop right now to even attempt to get any more in. However, I wanted this because this is original Panasonic, and he'll selling it. He just puts, he won't put the problem, he'll just sell, I don't know what's wrong with it, so don't ask, right? But then he sells them really cheap anyway. He sold this one £15 to me. When I got it off him, he said I couldn't get it to start a cycle. Well, anyway, we've hooked up and we'll turn on. I've had it turned on, so watch. So, it will turn on. Yep. The mode button works. The time delay works. The RPM counter works. The temperature thingy works. And all the option button works. As well as the on off. Ready? Okay, so the jog wheel doesn't really work properly. This works, and this is well over engineered. We've got this fairly smooth. Yeah, it's not. It's quite good, that. This design looks really weird. It's not a separate tub. It's not like an Asco. It just looks like it is. A really clever design in that sense. Though I'm going to do a review of this at some point. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so the only button we haven't tested is, so you can actually get it to work. You got to be really careful with it. So what we're going to do is turn it off. Turn it back on. What you got to do is be really careful. And it will eventually get onto the program you want it to work on. I didn't do it. I did it before. Alright, give us a second. Right, so we put it on spin. Pump kicked in. Okay, so drum's working. I'm going to turn it off. Turn it on. Hopefully this jog wheel will work. Come on. No! Give us a second. And we've got on top clean, which has come up with 3 hours 31. Yep, top clean's 3 hours 31. Huh? I'm confused. 3 hours? No! If you turn it fast enough, it does do it. It does sort of get towards like the program you want eventually. So anyway, we'll turn it off. Turn it back on. 90, intensive, extra rinse, stop. Slow detecting, gone down to 1 hour 51. And we're going to error code straight away, so it's H17. Right, let's take a look at this Beko. So this Beko apparently leaks. Not a great deal, just a small amount. So what we're going to do, so I've hooked it up here. I've only hooked it up here because obviously I can't get right behind here. Some water on the floor already, which doesn't help, so I'm going to take that away. So first things, so when I loaded up in the car, I couldn't see any signs of holes in the tub. This door drops a bit. This door seal band doesn't look right, and it thins out for some bizarre reason. Like over here, it's like it's just not on properly. So I'm actually gonna remove that band right now. Just have a feel of the, and there's a band on the actual outer, so that's fine. If I have a feel round for any holes or anything. There doesn't actually appear to be anything. I'm just going to put this door seal back over. It's the wrong, that is the wrong seal, the actual wrong retainer band, and it doesn't look like it was on right properly around the door, which could be making the door a little bit, especially like on Daily Quick, which they'll probably use as well. It just doesn't sit right around the door properly. This door seal just doesn't sit right properly around here. Just doesn't sit right at all here. Don't know why. So other than that, we're going to shut it up. So when I shut it, it doesn't really push properly higher up. Oh no, it does there. That's fine. I know, it does. Just looks like it thins out a bit. Anyway, because of this, so I'm going to turn it on. This should fully work. So let's see what it does. So not major means that it's leaking. It might be just leaking from maybe somewhere between the hose and stuff. There might be a hole higher up in the tub. It helps when the water's turned on. Give me a second. Right, so we're filling with water. Right, so what I'm going to do now is pause it. Put the spin drain. Then we're going to look for any leaks over here. Nope, just feel fine. Right, we'll put it on self-clean in a minute. Right, so we've put the machine on self-clean now. Because of course in about 5 minutes time it will start battering the water proper high up. If you keep looking through, like, there's some water here still. Keeps wondering whether it's like actually dripping from the side. Alright, leave it be for a few minutes. I can only guess that if there is a hole, it's right at the top of the tub. Well, at the minute, there is absolutely no leaks. Right, this is why it doesn't seem to be at spin after the pre-rinse, which I don't really understand because it's just a dog clean, really. So, hopefully, it'll go into its main wash bit. Right, so this is where it went from intermediate spin to end. I mean, it should do because it's got like 2 hours 17 minutes left. Done it again. It's got a fault in that sense. Right, we'll do daily quit 90 then. What we're going to do is I unlock and we'll put a towel in to throw the some towels in to throw the water around, and I'm going to put a towel in front of the door and I'm going to leave it. And when I come back in tomorrow, whenever I come back in, if the towel in front of the door is wet, it's coming from the door, and if the that towel's soaking wet, it's coming from that. And obviously there's water on the floor as well. Right, so I've put some towels in, I've put a bit of Daz in, set it to 90 on daily quick. Obviously if it's on rinse, it'll throw it around. All the towels will also hold the water, so during the spin it'll throw it around. So anything at the top here will fall down and end up there. The leak's definitely not coming from here, or anything to do with the pump or sump or anything like that. I'll put one in front of the door just in case it's leaking from where I think is the weaker point. So we'll leave it be. See what it does. But I am baffled so far. Oh, also, if it's fine, we will have to test this on like more than one cycle. It's a bit weird how self-clean just doesn't seem to want to work and ends abruptly. Hopefully, if like the cottons, cottons, daily quick, express super short, and all that work, then we'll it's really a saleable machine because really I don't know how many ones people use. So, we've just done that wash, and we got a little bit of water. I mean a tiny bit of water, so where's it coming from? Right, I guess we'll have to investigate now. Or not. There's water, look. It's coming from up there. Might be my stupid draining system that doesn't work. Right, let's test this Panasonic version 2. Obviously the jog wheel's still a bit iffy, but we fixed the H17 problem. So we're going to select 90. We're going to select intensive. We're going to pour in some DAS. One hour 42. Why is there no water? Yeah. So that's filling through a little jet there. You can see. There's actually that's actually filling directly, so water's going to that bit. There's no actual jet on this. Hang on, I'll just show you how quiet it is. Yeah, so back in the early days, this is how, well, actually, the modern Panasonics do it too, but it did this in every cycle. And what this does is that it quickly foams up the detergent. In other words, it dissolves it completely first for washing as well. Also, you notice there's a time delay between it filling through the jet and then nothing. Basically, if it was soaking the load, that jet will keep coming on. Basically, it soaks the load first using the pre-wash bit / a little direct thing, and then fills up through the appropriate detergent compartment to put in the detergent. Wow! Cool. Right, so we're about 30 minutes in, and I can't tell if it's heating. It's cold down here, but it is ever so slightly warm. And I mean, very slightly warm. But it's definitely at boil inside the machine. You can tell that because how the detergent is reacting every time the machine stops. Watch how the bubbles almost disappear. Ready? So when it stops, can you see how quickly the bubbles are dying down? That tells me it's at boiling point, or near boiling point, or near 80-90 degrees. So, it definitely heats. Yeah, this is intermediate spin. Can't hear it. There's a dishwasher in the background. That's not exactly loud either. That is... The only thing that's quiet as, or quieter, is the Grenier. Or the Miele. And that's it. Well, it's got that... It's definitely media built, this is. Same, because the on-off button is separate. And it sounds exactly like a Bosch right now. Which is also quite quiet. I love it. Brilliant. Right, this door isn't electronic, it's manual. So anyway, we're going to load up this Miele Navitronic and do the cotton normal plus cycle. So I'm doing normal plus because for some reason normal stopped early. I have emptied the water tank, haven't I? Cool. Yeah, it stopped early coming up with an error. Not an error, just saying clean airways and stuff. Right, so that's loaded up then. Right, so there's two ways. We can just click that, and that's set to extra dry, and there's normal there. Normal, short, we'll take that off. And then we'll set normal plus. 14 minutes, go. No, it's not actually 14 minutes. So this machine will sense load in about 2 minutes. Or not even that, I think 30 seconds. Ready. There you go. Let's see what this is done. Well, there's no water in that whatsoever. And it's going to clean the airways, clean the full filter, and check the airways again. which has meant that that lot is still wet. Yeah, for some bizarre reason, this isn't working properly. Bizarre. Right, so I've only been on for 2 minutes. So, well, I'll put the tablet into that dishwasher. And it's gone to 1 hour 24, 25. So yeah, it must redetect and load. Not bad, I suppose. Right, so the Miele's come up with check airways, check fluff filter, check the airways, clean airways, check airways, after about half an hour's worth of drying. So we'll have a look.